Have you ever walked into a crowded room and felt a subtle charge in the air, as if every eye turned toward you without a word being spoken? That electric hush is the hallmark of true, effortless attraction, and it begins long before any compliment is exchanged or any strategy is employed. In a world obsessed with pickup lines and image-driven facades, real magnetism comes from something far deeper: the grounded confidence of a man who has mastered himself. Today, I want to take you on a journey into the heart of what makes you genuinely alluring, plumbing the depths of Stoic philosophy and raw dating psychology to craft a presence so compelling that people, particularly women, can't help but notice. Imagine Marcus Aurelius standing at Roman dawn, the chill air ruffling his toga, every footstep deliberate and unhurried. He didn't rely on a sculpted physique or poetic speeches. His authority radiated from an inner stillness, a conviction that no external event could shake. That same immovable core is what sets apart the truly attractive man. He walks toward life's challenges with calm resolve, not because he knows the outcome, but because his identity isn't tethered to temporary circumstances. When you carry that kind of inner peace, it creates a gravitational pull. You don't push for attention. You invite it simply by moving through the world with purpose. Attraction, however, is a dance of contrasts. It's not enough to be steady. You must also spark intrigue. Picture a chamber of polished marble and echoing debate, where every senator follows the protocol, reciting rehearsed lines. Then envision one voice cutting through the well-practiced chorus. Quiet, measured, yet impossible to ignore. That dissonance awakens curiosity. In your own life, this means allowing yourself to be partly inscrutable. Reveal your values, your passions, your dreams, but hold something back. An unspoken layer that only time and shared moments can unfold. In doing so, you become not just another man with a story, but a living mystery beckoning exploration. Consider the art of eye contact. Most people flinch when locks of gaze linger longer than polite norms dictate. Yet, when you meet a woman's eyes and hold them with calm steadiness, you're saying without words, "I see you, and I'm unafraid." She senses the power in that restraint, the strength to remain present under pressure. If she averts her gaze too quickly, she battles her own temptation to return, revealing her intrigue. If she dares to hold on, even briefly, she's testing your steadiness. Either way, you win by maintaining a soft, unwavering focus, and then gently letting your eyes drift away, leaving her mind to chase the echo of that gaze long after it has passed. Voice is another instrument of magnetism. Think of a great actor on stage, pausing just before delivering a pivotal line. Silence becomes the loudest sound. When you speak, speak with clarity and intention. Let your words carry the weight of considered thought rather than desperate impulse. A deeper tone, paced delivery, and strategic pauses signal self-assurance. You're not in love with the sound of your own voice. You're simply translating your inner conviction into speech. In conversation, listen as much as you speak, letting silence fill the spaces where others rush to fill the void. Women are drawn to men whose words feel like promises, unhurried and sincere rather than hurried hedges seeking approval. But presence is felt not only in how you stand or how you speak. It's also written on your skin, sculpted by discipline. Imagine the daily rituals of a Stoic warrior, the morning chill of a cold shower, the deliberate shipment of the body into discomfort to remind the mind of its own power. Physical fitness isn't vanity when seen through this lens. It's a tangible expression of self-mastery. Each push-up, each rep, each drop of sweat is a tangible affirmation that you honor your commitments to yourself. When you move through the world with a body forged by intention, people perceive that alignment between your inner resolve and outward form. In effect, you become a living testament to the power of routine, resilience, and respect for the vessel that carries your mind. Yet mastery of the self extends beyond the physical. The interior landscape of your thoughts and emotions demands equal tending. Unchecked feelings are like waves crashing inside you. They distort perception and lead to impulsive reactions. A Stoic foundation teaches you to recognize emotion without surrendering to it, observing the storm within while remaining the calm observer. When she pushes your buttons, whether through teasing, frustration, or silent tests, your power lies in the breath you take before responding. You convey to her that your world isn't constructed on whims. It's anchored in principles. That steadfast composure in the face of emotional turbulence creates an irresistible kind of safety, one that women instinctively crave. Attention, too, is an economy of scarcity and value. In our digital age, likes and views are dispensed like candy, so they lose their sweetness. But when you withhold your gaze, your time, your response, you transform those tokens into coveted currency. Imagine she sends a message expecting an immediate reply, but you wait, calibrating your response to the flow of your own day rather than her urgency. You're not playing games. You're demonstrating that your attention must be earned. That shift, from always available to selectively present, reframes your value. Suddenly, you're not one of many talking to her. You're the one whose reply matters. This subtle power extends into social scenes. Have you noticed how some men breeze through a crowded bar, and the throng seems to part as if on a river's current? They don't elbow their way through. They simply navigate with assured steps, head held high, eyes moving with quiet intent. It's not about size or bravado. It's about presence. When you walk with purpose, people give you space because on a primal level, they sense you operate on a different frequency. That respect for your physical and emotional domain becomes a testament to unseen authority. And in witnessing that, women subconsciously process you as someone worthy of their attention. But perhaps the most potent sign of all is this: when she seeks proximity without words, she finds reasons to share your air, standing near you in a group, timing her movements to coincide with yours, using small talk as a pretext to bridge the distance. These aren't random acts. They're instinctive maneuvers driven by chemistry. A woman may pretend her water bottle is empty to stand next to you at the gym, or she may laugh at a comment much louder than warranted, all tactics to draw you in. When you recognize these signals, don't react with desperate pursuit. Instead, offer calm acknowledgement, a genuine smile, a nod, a brief exchange that hints at shared understanding. Then return to your purpose. That dance of proximity and detachment ignites her curiosity and solidifies your role as the intriguing constant in her fluctuating world. To cultivate these qualities, commit to daily rituals that bind your mind and body in harmony. Begin each morning with 10 minutes of silent reflection. No phone, no distractions. Just a pen and paper to record what you're grateful for and what you intend to achieve. Follow that with movement. A run, a set of calisthenics, a yoga flow. Whatever it takes to remind your body that you're the master of your vessel. Throughout the day, practice mindful presence. When you talk, listen fully. When you walk, feel every step. When you pause, breathe deeply. These simple actions, repeated consistently, forge an inner fortress of discipline that shines through your every gesture. In moments of challenge, when she tests you, when life demands more than comfort, remember the Stoic injunction. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Lean into discomfort, embrace uncertainty. When you do, you model an unshakable calm that women find deeply appealing, even if they can't articulate why. They sense it, respond to it, and in doing so, They reward your authenticity with their attention and their intrigue. As you integrate these practices, pay attention to subtle shifts in your daily life. Notice when conversations bend toward you, when strangers step aside, when she seeks your proximity. These are not coincidences. They are the reflections of your growing presence. Guard your attention as zealously as you guard your time. Speak with purpose, move with intention, and cultivate an inner calm that anchors you in every circumstance. Because in the end, attraction is not a trick or a fleeting illusion. It's the natural consequence of a man who has aligned his inner world with his outer actions. When your energy dominates without effort, when your gaze holds without claim, when your words carry weight without volume, you transcend the ordinary chase. You become the silent force that people gravitate toward, that women crave, that the world respects. If you recognize this power within yourself, do not let it lie dormant. Subscribe to continue refining your presence with lessons on Stoic mastery, dating psychology, and the subtle arts of masculine magnetism.